Stop the presses, Raider Nation, because what's leaking out of Indianapolis right now isn't just smoke, it's absolute fire. Has our front office finally decided to get serious, or are we about to make the biggest draft blunder of the decade? Things are going down behind the scenes today, and I'm bringing you 3 questions that will define absolutely everything for our franchise. Is our future quarterback already wearing the silver and black underneath his clothes? What the hell are John Spytek and Klint Kubiak scheming in those secret combine meetings that the mainstream media is completely missing? And most importantly for the season, who is the second-round talent that's going to come in and bench a veteran on day 1? Buckle up and smash that like button without mercy, because what I'm about to tell you changes everything for the Raiders, and the rest of the league can weep. Today's bombshell, the news that'll send shivers down the spine of any true fan, comes straight from the mouth of our likely future franchise guy. Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana QB and the undisputed #1 overall pick of the 2026 draft, had his first formal meeting with the Raiders. And guess what? The kid simply couldn't hide his smile and flat out confirmed to the press that the meeting was fantastic. Are you kidding me? We are so exhausted from players giving those cookie-cutter PR answers, that famous, "It was a good conversation, I'm focused on the process" garbage. But Mendoza walked out of that room absolutely hyped. He spilled the behind-the-scenes details. He revealed that Klint Kubiak, who barely had a second to breathe after the Super Bowl with Seattle, and GM John Spytek put him straight to the test on the whiteboard. No informal small talk just to get to know each other. These guys got their hands dirty, taught him a play from Kubiak's system right then and there, tested his read progression, and watched how he absorbed the pressure. And Mendoza said he absolutely loved the detailed Type A approach of our new head coach. The impact of this on our roster and our cap space is massive and immediate. If there was even a 1% chance we weren't taking Mendoza with the #1 pick, that chance was buried 6 feet under today. The front office is already treating him like he holds the keys to the franchise. This defines our entire cap space strategy for free agency. Forget throwing money away on a $40 million bridge QB. That money is now going to be invested exclusively in building a brick wall on the offensive line to protect this kid. And there's more. The guy is a die-hard Tom Brady fan. With Spytek confirming that Brady will be an active resource in mentoring him, the scenario is picture perfect. Honestly, we can't sugarcoat the ridiculous mistakes of our past regimes, but right here, Spytek and Kubiak are putting on a masterclass in scouting. Having that kind of mental sync right in the very first meeting is absurdly good. I'm hyped. He already breathes our culture and he wants the pressure of Las Vegas. If you thought the shockers stopped there, hold on to your seats, because the behind-the-scenes action at the NFL Combine is revealing a complete tactical overhaul of our defensive system. The full Combine meeting tracker list for the Raiders in Indy just dropped, and reading between the lines, the message is crystal clear. The defense as we knew it is gone. We are aggressively transitioning to a 3-4 scheme under the command of new defensive coordinator Rob Leonard, and the front office is hunting for hungry giant lions for the defensive front. They are locked in on Lee Hunter, that 330-plus pound monster out of Texas Tech. To play in this scheme, you need anchors in the middle, and Hunter is the kind of guy who clogs up the trenches. But here's the controversy that has me furious. Looking at the absurd number of defensive backs the team is interviewing tells me Spytek knows our current roster is practically amateur in certain spots. The cornerback position is an absolute wasteland. We sat down with D'Angelo Pons and Brandon Sissy from South Carolina. And why Sissy? Because our new special teams coordinator, Joe DeCamillis, knows the kid from his time there. Let's be real. It's sickening to see us begging for depth in the secondary yet again, because right now we don't have starting caliber players for the defense, let alone guys who can hold their own on special teams. They're mapping out everyone from safeties like Genesis Smith to tight ends like Riley Nowakowski, who would come in to play fullback in Kubiak's run-heavy scheme. GM John Spytek let his baseline standard slip: mental aptitude and fast processing. It's not just about running fast in a straight line in tight shorts anymore. You need the brains to absorb a real NFL playbook. This proves that the era of drafting players on impulse is completely over. The standard has been raised, and if you don't have football IQ, you're not going to make it. Now turn on your radar and pay close attention, because the entire media is only talking about the #1 pick. But the true salvation for the Raiders this year is going to come out of the second round. We have 10 total picks, and Spytek isn't going to let rookies ride the pine like what happened during the disaster of the Pete Carroll era in 2025. Whoever gets called up now is going straight to the trenches. Our pick at 36 has to make a brutal, immediate impact. A true day one starter. We have some desperate holes to fill. The first name on the radar is Keldric Faulk, the edge rusher. With all the dark mysteries surrounding what the front office plans to do with Malcolm Kuntz and even Max Crosby himself, just saying that gives me heartburn, we need an insurance policy when it comes to pressuring the QB. Faulk's physical traits are eerily similar to Tyree Wilson's, but he looks infinitely more ready for battle right out of the gate. Another massive target is Anthony Hill, the linebacker out of Texas. We need youth and athleticism to make this new 3-4 defense work, and Hill is an absolute machine who posted one of the highest athletic scores at the Combine. He's a 3-down linebacker, exactly the kind of engine Rob Leonard is begging for. But if we want to focus on the offense, look at the pure genius here. Omar Cooper, wide receiver out of Indiana. The guy already played with Mendoza. Imagine bringing in your franchise QB and, right in the second round, handing him the receiver he already has blind chemistry with. Kubiak demands explosiveness, and the receivers we drafted last year are still coming up way short. The front office has zero margin for error with long-term projects. We need fresh blood and raw talent right now. If they blow this second-round pick, our entire rebuild derails. To wrap up this madness, Mendoza is already mentally in Vegas mastering Kubiak's playbook. Spytek is hyper-focused on football IQ to rebuild our defense for the 3-4 scheme, and our second-round pick is going to be the true balance of power for our 2026 season. Now I'm dropping the heavy bomb in your laps so we can debate. With this chaotic scenario in our Swiss cheese defense, would you rather burn that second-round pick on an edge to secure the future just in case the unthinkable happens with Max Crosby? Or do we absolutely have to go after an elite linebacker like Anthony Hill at all costs to make this new system work? Drop your opinions down below because I'm reading and replying to every single one of you. Just win, baby.